It's like contouring 101. Highlight and all of the tricks that I do, all of the tips that I have for you guys. And I really hope you guys enjoy. This is pretty requested, and I know some of you want to learn, so I hope this helps and really gives you guys that chiseled look. Looks amazing in photos, and everything in this tutorial is drugstore, so it's all affordable. And some of them I bought on Amazon, some things I bought at CVS or Target, so hopefully wherever you're at, they'll have one of those options. I really hope you guys like it. If you want to see this eye makeup tutorial, that'll be up tomorrow, because this kind of scared me too at first. But I really like how it turned out, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Hello. So as you can see, I'm barefaced right now. There's nothing on because I wanted to show you guys how to prime your eyes. That'll really help all your makeup to make the colors show brighter and all of that. So I really recommend it. When you see me in my other videos, I normally just start out with it on already because it's not really fun to watch. But I decided I'd add this part in there because I know it is really important. You know, contour and highlight and all of that. It'll just help with that too. So these are some new, I don't know if they're really new. I ordered these brushes off of Amazon for $16.97 total. BH Cosmetics was the first one I ever tried out when I started makeup because I was watching, you know, YouTube tutorials and BH, you know, palettes because they're affordable and they really have good pigment for the price, honestly. I mainly love their brushes because look at all these brushes that I got for just $16. Like, so as you can see, the handles are rose quartz, which is a crystal. I just love that. I have my rose quartz right here so I could show you guys. And I want to just tell you guys a little bit about it.
Rose quartz, I did my research.
It is the crystal of unconditional love.
It's the stone of the heart. It carries a soft feminine energy of compassion and peace, tenderness and healing, nourishment and comfort.
Isn't that just beautiful? First of all, it has all the brushes you could possibly need for your makeup or your highlighting, contouring, which I'm going to use only these brushes today so you guys will see how they apply. So if you want to buy them yourself, hopefully you end up with the same of unconditional love. That's what I'm all about. Compassion, and we need more compassion and peace in this world. Let's be real. Like, I'm gonna use makeup anyways, so I might as well have something with a good meaning too. Let's get started. So as you can see, I'm going in with this dermablend concealer and just putting that where I'm the most dark on my eyes and just that blemish right there. Blending it in with my beauty blender, and this works best if your beauty blender is a little damp. This wasn't because it's so dry today. It just dried out so quickly, but I really recommend that because this is a thicker concealer, so that'll just help it melt into your skin better. But as you can see, even dry, it really works it into the skin very nicely. It gives you a lot of coverage. Prime with just that concealer. You can see it really covers.
Set this though because otherwise I will crease like a motherfucker.
I just bought this contour and highlight palette from Target today. Hope it's good. It'll be kind of like a first impression because I've never tried it, but it looks good and it was only $6. But I really wanted these under eye shades. These are matte. The banana shade will really help cover any more dark circles that you have. Brighten it up that under eye. Really make sure that you're glowing. Before I get super creasy because it is kind of a thicker concealer. So I'm just setting my whole eye and under eye with the eye tap in like this. Banana, white, and then just use some tapping motions at first to really just pack it on there. It smells a little weird. Because sometimes people add fragrances, like it doesn't have a fragrance. A little bit like baby powder in a way. Really, okay, super close and comfortable. You want to kind of go this way tapping and then back this way tapping. I need to do this so that it'll really get in those creases. I really like this powder. That's what I do to prime. And you really want to make sure that you prime your eyes because it really help all the colors that you put on after this really be vibrant and they're true to shade, you know, that you see in the palette, more true to shade than they are if you just put them on a naked eye. Do an even base, you know, there's not going to be any darkness or anything like that anymore. So it's like just having a blank canvas for you to work on. That's how I like to look at it because I like to paint too. So shadow tutorial, which will be coming soon, but I will see you guys right back for the contour video. I'm gonna go back in with this contour palette.
I can't believe this was only $6 still. Like, it's like shocking because it's really performing well.
So I'm going in with this angled brush. From this way, it looks like that. So I just want to tell you guys a little bit about these shades. It does depend on what skin tone you are for which one you want to use. I think anyone can use these to just highlight. I would on how much amount for how dark your skin is and how big of a highlight you want. Only gonna be for like lighter people. I find that this one might end up looking a little too warm. I would probably go in with medium chisel, just a tiny amount because it is ashier and it'll look more like a shadow. Like honestly, if you have really like paper white skin, I would like go in with a gray eyeshadow almost. It's really gonna look more natural because I usually use the lighter shades too. Obviously, if you have darker skin tones and stuff like that, you could probably mix these two. I'm gonna actually try this first shade just to see what it looks like on the skin.
That's actually pretty. But see how it does look, even it's more kind of like a bronzer than a contour.
So as you can see, I'm showing you how I hold the brush. And I like to do it with the shape of that angle. That's why these brushes are perfect for this. It's so easy to get a sharp line. And I like to just push it upwards towards my hairline and blend it that way. You don't want to go down because that'll just make your face look wider and have the opposite effect of what we're trying to do here. And you can see as I blend it more up, I just use tapping motions to blend it in with those lighter shades that we put under the eye, because you don't want to move those products around too much. And you always want the darkest part near your ear and your hairline. So I always start out by my ear and the hairline in little circles and then slowly bring it towards the mouth.
It's just a young girl.
As you can see, every time I go back in with more color, I always start by the ear and the hairline because that is where you want the most product and the darkest part to be, because you're just creating that shadow underneath your normal cheekbone. And you really want to blend it into that hairline, really just pushing it into those little hairs. Love these brushes. Oh my goodness. I'm just gonna go in with like a little bit of the lighter shade and put it more on the like top of the brush. Like every time I've been tapping in, I kind of put it just on the like side of the brush that I'm using, just because it will help you get that sharper contour too without trying hard. So as you can see, I'm just starting to contour my forehead. I like to just use little circle motions. I don't need to be too precise with this because I don't need a lot of coverage on my forehead. But if you do need that, then you might want to do just more tapping motions. But I like to really work it into my hairline and start up there. Same way, you know, you just want to come from the outside and slowly work it towards the center of your face. I tried to keep a lot of this footage in there for you guys so you can see almost like real time how I contour pretty much daily. You can see I'm starting to contour the chin a little bit. If you have, you know, a double chin, this will just help mask that and create the shadow. Or if you just need a more chiseled jawline, this is a good trick too. And you always want to make sure to blend that down the neck. Any colors that you put on your face, even if it's just your foundation color, you want to blend it down your neck. No one likes a foundation line or a bronzer line, so as always, make sure everything is blended. We do not want any harsh lines. So now we're going to get into nose contouring. I'm using a smaller brush for this to really get in there and show you guys. I start from the almost like the shadow of the brow bone and work my way down. On this side, I have to go a little bit off course. I like to make it more straight than usual. So you can see I'm not using a lot of product. I'm going really lightly and really making sure to blend that up blend it down, use all the products I can, and I'm gonna clean it up later as well. Yeah, this will just help make your nose a little bit smaller. Here's another little tip to make your lips appear larger. You can just contour that little shadow right under your chin. And now I'm just going back in with the white shade and brushing over the places that we put that highlight earlier, cleaning up the nose contour and just making sure everything is popping. And some people like to do baking for this with translucent powder. I don't. I think this is way faster and gives you the same effect basically. So you can tell these are lighter, darker, you know, highlight shade. I like to highlight before my blush. I'm just gonna tap like a squirrel. So pigmented, oh my god.
Holy.
So as you can see for highlight, I like to tap at first and then use little circle motions to blend it into the skin and really make it look like it's a part of the skin. I like to highlight the tip of my nose, the cupid's bow, a little bit on the chin, and a little bit on the forehead just above the eyebrow arch. I think it just gives you a natural glow. Obviously, this highlight isn't very natural. I was not expecting it to be this pigmented, but I ain't complaining. So this is contour and highlight all done. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with that contour palette. I can't believe it's only $6. I'm like dying. So I'm just taking this NYX blush, and I like to start at the apples of my cheeks and smile. I think it helps. And then just circle it back to my bronzer. And I think this just helps blend the highlight and the bronzer together. Hi guys, it's me. Okay, so I was just trying to take photos of this look for you and realized that the lash band was totally not covered because I used the wrong brush to cover it. It already had, you know, that sparkly color on it, so it just lightened the lash band instead of covering it like I wanted to. Come back and show you guys that I did put on some liquid liner to cover that, just a really thin line. I tried to do it as thin as possible. Anyways, I hope that you guys still liked this, and yeah, love you.
Amazon for
Oh, it's cute. This will be my little like paperweight.
coconut oil is a lifesaver. I have little creases, like I'm only 24, I got creases, honey.
Like not weird, but like does anyone else smell their makeup again? Like the Grinch, and I'm actually loving that. I watched it the other night, and so this is funny. All I can keep thinking of when he's like, details. The child mentioned a chick. I ain't even mad at it. I love the Grinch. He's like my spirit animal. That wasn't the one I was. Love you.